Are we rolling?
I think we're rolling.
Hello. Good morning. It's Motivation Mornings with Marnie, the other one, and Melissa. Hi. I'm Melissa Houston. I'm a health insurance specialist and financial planner in Victoria, BC. You can see a very small part of behind me in my backyard. And I love hummingbirds.
Me too. And good morning, everybody. I'm, as you know, Marnie Dangerfield. I'm a wellness and intentional creativity coach, also here in Victoria, BC. And a bit about me this week is I used to just love playing sports. Big sportster growing up. I think a lot of people know that.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite?
Oh, it was hard. Basketball ended up being my main focus, but I just loved running around and playing.
That's awesome.
So, welcome everybody.
I was trying to see if oh, I can't see everyone's comments on Facebook. I'll have to look later. Couldn't find us. I'm sure we're there.
I'm hoping we are. I'm just realizing it's not showing up on my
getting dark again. There we go.
feedback. But we'll just get going and we'll see. Maybe this isn't streaming live at the moment, but it's showing live on my screen. So. And if you're there, welcome. We're so glad to have you here joining us, and hopefully soon I'll be able to see you on my phone. Yeah. So I'll go over our agenda and then we'll get rolling. So we always like to start with our value statement. So we'll hop into that next. And after that, I'm going to share what's been inspiring me. Then Melissa will share what's inspiring her. And then this week, I'll be sharing a wellness tip after Melissa's amazing tips last week. And then we'll share our contact information. And then, as always, we like to share a bit of what we're grateful for this week and round out with the amazing motivational quote that Melissa always finds for us.
Yes. Our value statement. Today we gather
in the spirit of possibility,
in support of community,
to encourage holistic well-being,
to empower our authentic selves,
to share appreciation,
to express compassion,
and to enjoy this gift of life.
Yay!
Yay! I always feel good after reading these. I love reading them every week. So inspiration. And if you are out there, and I'm sorry we can't see it, we'd love to hear what's inspiring you this week as well. Please share in the comments, or if you're watching the replay, share when you're watching the replay, because inspiration it helps all of us. So what's inspiring me this week is a new book.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's not a podcast, which I love podcasts, as we all know. But it's a book called, this is slightly backwards, it is backwards, called The Mindful Millionaire by Lisa Peterson. And I love it because it's a lot about the inner work. It's not just about getting $1 million. It's not about getting the $1 million per se, though there's nothing wrong with that. But it's more about how we feel like our own internal abundance and feeling like $1 million ourselves. So it's looking at a lot of the stories and beliefs and things that we may not even be aware of that may be limiting ourselves and our enjoyment of our life and our own well-being. But it really focuses on the money aspect of it. But I just love how it's framed and about raising self-awareness and the power of that. And so with the mindful part, there's the mindful component to it, which we all know I'm quite passionate about. And so but there's also actionable steps, a process to go through, which is really helpful. So yeah, I will share a link, and I'll probably share. She has a Facebook group. It's private. There's over 3,000 people, but she shares helpful information quite often. She does have a financial background, a professional financial background, but just has brought in this other side of it. That so much of it is our own inner stuff. So there's the inner work to do. So that's what's been inspiring me this week.
Oh, I definitely want to check that out. That sounds excellent.
I will share that.
How into it are you, or have you finished it?
I haven't finished. I'm halfway through.
They're
So I,
cool.
oh, so.
Ooh, I'm gonna add it to my to-read list.
As soon as I'm done, I'll pass this on to you.
Oh, that's okay. I usually read on my Kindle nowadays.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll share the link below in case anybody's interested.
Awesome.
Good.
Thanks, Marnie. And just FYI, I got a text from my mom saying we aren't showing up on Facebook. So I don't know if that's anything we can address at this time, but it might just have to be posted after if
Okay.
can't get live. So
Okay. Well, there we go. We're there now because it's
oh,
interesting.
delicious.
Wonder if we got boosted. I'll try again. See. Let me
Okay,
just see if there's a way to do this.
I can check on my phone.
Entertain us while we
Sing a little song, do a little dance.
feel Dan. I think we got booted off for some reason. That's interesting.
Ah, let's see. That was old. I'm just on my phone. Yeah, it's too bad my neighborhood cat isn't around to show you this morning. There is a cat that does not belong to us, but loves to hang out at our house nowadays. And his name's Jonesy.
Okay, we are gonna go. Okay, here we are. I'm just.
Are we live now?
We're.
Did you want to recap your share, Marnie?
Okay, here we are. We're.
Oh, hey, it's live on Facebook now. Minutes late because of tech difficulties. Hello, everyone. Oh, tech stuff.
That's so funny. Well, now I've lost my screen. Okay. Hi, everybody. Well, we began 10 minutes ago and thought we were live.
Thought we were live. We can do a quick rundown. I'm Melissa.
I'm Marnie. We have been recording it, but that's about it. No. We went over our value statement, so you can hear that. But my inspiration is this new book I'm reading. It's called The Mindful Millionaire by Lisa Peterson. It's chock full of goodness. It's more about the inner work and our internal abundance and looking at our stories and beliefs, and it's actionable, but it's also it's just I'm really enjoying it. So I'm going to share the link for that. So I was just sharing that as my inspiration this week about that internal abundance on like $1 million inside. And now we're on to Melissa. And please feel free to share in the comments what's inspiring you this week. We'd love to hear.
Yes, that was an amazing summary there. Well done. If you want to see the full version, check out our YouTube recording later, and you'll be able to see Marnie describe that in a little more detail. So for me, I wanted to share a podcast that I listened to a couple days ago. You may or may not have heard of it. It's a new one. It's by Michelle Obama. It's a Spotify original, so I think you have to go on Spotify to listen to it. And so it's brand new, and her first episode was interviewing her husband, the former president of the US, Barack Obama. And it was a conversation they were having about the importance of community, which is one of our values of even our webcast here. And it was just such a lovely breath of fresh air to hear two people speak about something that is, it has so much positivity to it, and just about relating to other people in positive ways. And they were speaking about how things had changed from when they were kids, and just the direction they hope to see people move towards in the new generation of people, the younger people coming up. And I just found it so inspiring. I can't wait to hear more of her conversations. It sounds like it's going to be very much about different kinds of relationships, and how to, um, I don't want to say succeed in them, but how to nurture them, and the importance of different kinds of relationships. So check that out. I think it's just called the Michelle Obama podcast. I don't think there's a fancy name. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is.
Well, it
Uh,
makes sense. I think that just that would be a draw. I know for me it is. It's like, she's talking? Yes, where?
yeah, yeah. So I'll share the link, 'cause, with Spotify, I'm sure that's available even with a free account. I'm sure you don't have to get the premium account. So
Oh,
yeah,
that sounds amazing. Thank you. I had no idea. And yeah, like you say, one of our values is in support of community.
yeah.
Awesome. Fabulous. Thank you.
Yes, and can't wait to hear what you have as a wellness tip for us.
Oh, hey, here we go. We do have lovely people there. Thank you for being patient. We thought we were live for the first 10 minutes. So
Look
good
on my
morning, everybody. And thank you, Rose, for letting us know we weren't live. That was super helpful.
yes,
And so
I saw that text. I'm like,
super
oh,
appreciate that. And so I switched my tip. So I'm going to do a bit of a teaser for next week, because I was going to talk about something. I had it all prepped, and I've discovered it's still just a little bit raw for me. So I'm going to give myself another week to process it. Nothing major or anything, but just my own stuff. So next week, it's going to be a little bit about the inner critic. It's going to be part of my wellness tip. But I'm going to leave it and give myself a bit more space for that one. So this week, um, I'm encouraging. I know I've mentioned it in a newsletter, and I may have posted about it, but I'm loving this, so I'm going to share it. Is I listened to podcast, the Cultivating Place, which I've mentioned before, and in one of them recently they talked about just being still, this practice of being still. And I know it's August, it's summer energy, and there's so much going on, and growth, and doing things, and just the world in general. So there's a lot of that happening, but it's taking time each day just for yourself to be still. And I know for myself, when I hear that, it's like, how? And so I wanted to, something that I've been doing, and I was going to see if anybody wants to play along for August, and I'm going to be posting it this other places too, is if you have a garden or an indoor plant or a pet or something for you that is calming. I know for me, I have a dahlia that I call my 40th birthday dahlia. It was years ago, but anyway, but I look forward to it coming out every year, and it's just about to open. So my thing is, for my be still moment, is I'm going to go and see it every day, and just see how it's just noticing what changes have happened between the day. So it's just kind of that mindful pause that I realize it's a mindful pause, but I love mindful pauses. But and so that way you're connecting with nature. But it's by doing that, you're kind of calming down your nervous system, you're breathing, you're noticing changes. And then after that, just having that gentle reflection for yourself. How am I in this moment? With kindness and compassion, and just noticing, not judgment, but just, it's like you and that object, and it could be a pit, like everybody, it's going to be different for you, but I would suggest something for you that each day you'd like to check out, to see, oh, I wonder how that's doing today. Whether it's, like I said, an indoor plant or an outdoor plant, or bird that comes by every something, but something that you can tangibly check out each day. Where there might be some changes, just to notice just those small little things, and just to bring that focus and your energy into that moment right then, and to connect like that. That's my tip, because like I said, I know for me it's like, be still. It's like, well, then I instantly want to move. So it's like, but creating that practice each day, and it doesn't have to be too long, between 2 and 5 minutes, whatever works for you. It can be longer, obviously, but just having that intention, and building that practice, like, oh, you have a little reminder on something that helps you remember, but just having that intention each day, just to kind of go, I'm going to check on that. And then while you're checking on that, check in with yourself, see how you're doing. Kindness and compassion, please. That's my tip this week.
So good. I'm going to try and do that when I go out and water my plant. After, maybe at the end of watering my plants, I will have my several minutes of stillness. I don't know what plant I will choose.
Yay!
I'll pick one to focus
Pick
on
one. Be like, ooh.
stillness. But yeah, oh wow. Yeah, that I'm glad that you are encouraging that, because first thing this morning I'm just like, how am I going to fit in my 10,000 steps today? I've got so much to do.
And now I'm like, be still.
Okay, I gotta fit this in too, but that's the whole point, is to find the value in that and know that that is something that, rushing around all the time is not exactly the best for us all the time.
Yeah, we
Productivity
can.
need to be number one goal of the day.
Yeah. And oh, it looks like, oh, yay, Terry. She's connecting with her succulents. Woo! Wonder
Ooh.
if she'll take on the be still challenge. As she also, I know, 10,000 steps. Uh,
Oh,
oh, too funny. So yes. So, and I'm also in that 10,000 step challenge, so I relate. So is Terry. So we'll do that, but also just carving out a little time just to check in with a plant or something and ourselves. Kind, compassionate check-in.
yes. Okay, so we're gonna be starting to wind up, and I realized I didn't align my contact info with my screen share. So let's see how this looks. I'm going to maybe, okay, first I gotta put this on my screen and then share screen. And oh, here we go. We're gonna just do that. How's that?
Looks fantastic, you tech wizard, you.
Uh, well, we love to receive feedback, or if you have any ideas, anything that you want to communicate with us, feel free to email us at motivation.mornings@gmail.com. You are likely on our Facebook page right now if you're watching us live. That is MM with MM. We will be posting the resources we share in the comments of the live stream recording. I guess people can watch it afterwards as well. So don't feel like you have to go to our YouTube page to do that, but that YouTube page is there for the recording as well. So if you prefer to subscribe on there to get notifications, feel free to do that. And then we have our Instagram, which is motivation_mornings_with_mm, where we put the reminders the morning of our webcast and also the copies of the motivational quotes. And should I just dive into the quote?
Sure, and then do the gratitude, or should we do the gratitude then?
Gratitude, of course. Here, I'm going to switch back. Da, 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 da. There we are. I can't remember. Are you going first or am I going first?
I'll just go first.
Okay.
Okay, and then you'll finish up with gratitude and the quote. How's that? And anybody who wants to share in the comments, we'd love to hear what you're grateful for as well in this moment or for this week. I'm of course grateful for this full moon. It's just been beautiful, stunning. It was beautiful on my walk this morning. I shared a picture in our post. But I also am grateful. I signed up for this B&B program for the David Suzuki Foundation, and it's to help set up things in your garden for pollinating. And I'm grateful that they send reminders and helpful tips. Because I'm gonna admit, I had sort of forgotten I'd signed up. So I was like grateful for reminders of things. That's what I'm grateful for today.
Oh, that's cool. I am grateful that I have an outdoor space to be sitting in on lovely mornings like this because, quite frankly, most of the year it's kind of cold and rainy and dark in the morning. So the fact that I can do this for some days like this, I'm really grateful for that. And I'm also really grateful for the opportunity to do this over Facebook Live. So thank you again, Marnie, for getting that figured out. Because yeah, anything to make it easier for people to connect with us these mornings is really awesome. And thank you so much for everyone who is joining us live and watching the recording later on today or whenever you have time.
Yes, yes. And if you're watching the recording, like I said, comment with your inspiration and great gratitude. We love to hear them. And thank you, Terry, for sharing about that. Sounds a Ninja air fryer. Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, all new instant recipes. Ooh, sounds great. I'll be talking to you about that later. Anyway, so thanks for sharing that. So like Terry, if you're watching this and there's something you want to share, please share in the comments. We love that interaction.
Indeed.
All
Awesome.
right.
So we're going to finish up for the day with our motivational quote. And back on the screen share. Oh, something happened. Screen share. And there we are.
We'll do this.
We have loving yourself starts with liking yourself, which starts with respecting yourself, which starts with thinking of yourself in positive ways. And that quote is by Unknown. So thank you, Unknown.
Such depth and insight from Unknown.
It's so mysterious and but someone created that and I think it's a wonderful journey of self to it's easy to say love yourself, but if you haven't been thinking of yourself in positive ways, it may not be an easy thing. So that's where it needs to start is being kind to yourself and thinking of yourself in positive ways. Eventually you recognize that you are worthy of as much love as anybody.
Absolutely true. Thank you. That's beautiful. And oh, and thank you to Rose for sharing what she's grateful for. That is beautiful. Yeah.
Yes.
Family.
Wonderful family.
Love it.
All right. Well, thanks again, everyone. And thank you, Marnie, as always. Love seeing you on Wednesday mornings.
I love seeing you too and this nature behind you. I'm so excited. And so, yeah, wishing everybody a good, kind day. Thanks so much for joining us. And if you're watching the replay, thanks for coming. And we'll be back next week.
Well, have a wonderful Wednesday.
Bye.